Whitaker, he scored a peach of a goal against Tranmere at Meadow Lane last year for County, and was quite heavily involved in the team in the second half of the season. So I think he's the one that's going to excite the fans. He's only a young lad who's obviously he's 21, isn't he, as well? And he's had experience coming through the ranks at Everton, and then he had a sum total of 20 appearances for Notts County, 13 appearances, 7 off the bench, and 4 goals last year in a team that reached the playoffs. So you'd like to think that he'll add a touch of class to the team. So he's the one I think that should get the most opportunities as a contracted player.
I think it's about adding a little bit more dynamism to that front three as well. You get it from Patrick, but Davison and Jennings have never been that kind of player. Jennings is a very clever, classy footballer who can see things on the field that others haven't. He's got the eye for the pass and he can score an incredible goal as well. Davison is a bit more of a battering ram kind of player, isn't he? So, they maybe gel quite well with Patrick, but that extra bit of dynamism, that's something for the opposition to think about with a Whitaker, a Harris, or a Blacker, we assume. It is something that can really trouble defenders. If you've got 2 really fast players on the pitch, that can make things really hard. And we know Patrick is quick and tricky to mark against. And if you can just get another player who's not the same standard or pace maybe, but can offer a similar threat, then that's when defenders start to get really worried, because they can't then go and double up on Patrick. They can't leave someone unmarked. They've got to be aware of both players all the time.
Yeah, I think also it was hugely encouraging how well Patrick Brough played as the left wing back position. I don't think too many Tranmere fans were excited by him arriving compared to some of the others, but I thought he was really good last weekend. He got far forward. His delivery, his crossing ability was excellent. He really produced a couple of 2 or 3 really excellent pinpoint crosses. We know Cam Norman is an excellent in the air. We know he's an outlet from goal kicks. He often wins the ball on the halfway line. You'd expect the fullbacks to be pushing further forward into those attacking positions, because the beauty of playing 3 centre halves is that really the wing backs have got the license to really bomb forward, and Norman loves a run into the penalty area or getting really far forward. But yeah, we do need a bit of guile in the middle of the park, and if the formation stays like it is, it makes it a little bit trickier for Whitaker, because he's ostensibly I think he's a central attacking midfielder. Well, there isn't really a central attacking midfielder position within this team, because we play with wing backs, we play with 2 DMs, and then 3 across who are in like rotated. I agree with you. I think that Jennings and Davison, they're not like great interlink players, or they're not sort of as dynamic as potentially a Whitaker or even a Solomon could be. So there's some nice options there, and on the basis that we carry on playing with the formation that we've got, there's lots of competition, if you like, for those front 3 positions as things stand. You'd expect Amari to keep his place, because he offers that wizardry, that magic. But it would be good if he was able to interlink with players, because you almost sometimes feel as though Patrick will take things on himself a bit, especially if he doesn't have the trust of some of his other teammates, or he always thinks that he'll offer the best options for a route to goal. And there was a reliance on him to create those moments of magic last season a lot of the time.
Who would your front 3 be?
I'd stick with Davison. I think strikers just need to be given a run, and I think he's better than a lot of fans suggest. I might be completely wrong on that front, but I think he's a powerhouse. He's got a point to prove. He's young and energetic. I'd stick with him and Patrick, and then I'd probably play Sol. I'm not sure. I've not seen. Obviously, Whitaker hasn't played in a Tranmere shirt, and he was sort of, he might get his opportunity along the way. But I don't know. Solomon is got plenty of ability. So I'd go for those 3, I think.
So Jennings, who scored, misses out, and Dennis, who was scoring the goals at the back end of last season, misses out.
Yeah, just because I sort of think that there's a good player in Davison, and I think that he just offers more in terms of, I think he'll just cause more problems physically for a defence, and he'll open up spaces for Patrick and whoever else is playing to feed into. But it's just and also if we get playing with wing backs and they're producing crosses again, Davison's more of an aerial threat. I know Dennis is a great finisher. Nobody's arguing that Davison is a better finisher than Dennis, and Dennis has proven during his career that he can score goals as well. And he scored a few towards the end of during Crosby's 13-game reign as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not his biggest fan. I don't think he's a great passer of the ball, to be honest. I think he's a bit sloppy with his passing as well. He'll often get caught offside, but let's face it, we all Tranmere fans want to see probably a new centre forward arrive before the end of August. That's probably more of a guaranteed source of goals than anyone we've got at the moment.